Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Script and Execute. My name is Shruti and this is the series of how to use programming in automation. So as part of this series today I'm going to show you how to use replace and replace all string methods in automation. Okay, let's get started. I'll show you how to use replace and replace all methods in automation. Okay, so as the name says, replace and replace all methods are used to replace part of the text with something else. Okay, I will repeat once again. The methods are used to replace part of the text with something else, but there is a difference between them. That is, replace method will only change the first match it finds. Okay, it will only change the first match it finds, but replace all will change all the matches. Okay, it will change all the matches. Okay, I will show you what is that. Okay, so first I'll create a variable called const price. Okay, and I will store $1200 here. I will store $1200 and here, so in the place of dollar I want to replace it with empty string, or I want to delete it or remove it. Okay, so what I can do, I can use replace method and use, instead of this dollar I will put empty string. Okay, so how to do? So before that, syntax is replace. So it will take two values. Okay, the first one is search value, and second one new value, search value and new value. Okay, so here search value is, so what we want to search. So in this text we want to search dollar symbol, so here we can use dollar. And new value is, what is the new value? So new value is empty string, so I'll just put double single quote. Okay, okay, so here I'll use dot price dot replace. Okay, so because in this price variable I want to replace dollar with empty string, so I will use price. Okay, and I will keep this in some variable. I will say actual price. Okay, okay, so now just think, here I have two numbers, dollar 1200 and dollar 800. Okay, so here if I'll execute this statement, it will only remove the first dollar. Okay, so suppose if you want to remove both the dollars, then you have to use replace all. Okay, so then it will remove both the dollars, and if you have two more or five more, it will remove all of them. Okay, okay, so this is the difference between replace and replace all. Okay, okay, so to show you this, I've selected two application. One is Swag Labs and Selenium Practice application. Okay. So in Selenium Practice application, so here we have date of birth field. Okay. So here I will enter date, month, and year. Okay. So after entering the value, I will fetch that value, and here in the place of hyphen, I will replace it with slashes. Okay, then I will compare it with some other value. Okay, so this is one example I'll give. So in place of hyphen I will use slash. Okay, then in this Swag Labs, what I'll do is I will click on all the add to cart buttons. Okay, then I will click on this shopping cart link. Okay, I will enter the username password once again. I will enter this. I will click on this shopping cart link. Then here I have checkout button. So I will click on this checkout button, and here it will ask some details. I will give the details. Then I will click on this continue button. So here what I'll do is I'll remove this dollar with empty string. Okay, so I will replace this dollar with empty string. In the sense, I will remove this dollar and I will add all the values, means all the prices here, and I will compare it with total. So this is the total. I will compare it with this total value. Okay, so this is what I will show you. Okay, okay, let's get started. So here I've already created a spec file and entered the username password for the SauceDemo application. Okay. So now what we need to do, I'll log out and I'll show you once again. We want to inspect add to cart button. Okay. I will inspect add to cart button and keep the add to cart button in some variable. Then we will click on add the add to cart button using for loop. Okay. So this is the locate inventory. Okay, we'll take this. We'll say button dot inventory. Okay, because this is button. Okay, so I'll take this locator and I will keep it in some variable. Okay, let's say const add to cart buttons is equal to await page dot locator. Sorry, this is the locator. Okay, so now what I want to do, I want to get the count of it, so I can use the count in for loop. Okay, so const count is equal to add to cut buttons dot count. So this will give the count. So here I have to use await. Okay, okay, now I'll use for loop. So for let I is equal to 0, I less than count, then I plus plus. Okay, okay. So now what I want to do, I want to click on this add to cart button one by one. So await add to cart buttons dot nth of I dot click. Okay, so what it will do, so nth of I means first time it will be 0, 0 means first add to cart button. So first it will click on this add to cart button, then second add to cart button, and so on. Okay, so to show you this, I'll give some delay. Await page dot wait for timeout. I'll give some 1 second wait. Okay, okay, so now let us execute this much. After this, we'll click on shopping cart link, then checkout button. It's launching the URL. It will enter the username password. You can see that it's added. It's click on add to cart button. Okay. Okay. So now we need to click on this. We'll add some products. This shopping cart link. Let us inspect this. So we have this class. Let us take this class. Await page dot locator. This is the locator dot click. We clicked on shopping cart link. Then we need to click on this checkout button. So you can validate all these things. Okay. So, or I'll make some other video to validate this. For now, I'll click on this checkout button. So we have ID. Let us take ID. Await page dot locator. This is the ID dot click. Then we need to enter these three values. So we have ID, first name. Let us take ID. Await page dot locator. This is the locator dot fill. So I want to fill with test. Then I will just copy this three more times. Okay. So the next one is last name. Let us inspect the last name. Last name, it has ID. Let us take ID is last name. And I will enter last name as user. And the last field is zip or postal code. Let us take ID. And I will give 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay. So then I want to click on this continue button. So we have ID. Let us take ID. Await page dot locator. Locator is continue dot click. Okay. So I'll give some wait. Await page dot wait for timeout. I'll give 1 minute time. Okay. So let us execute till here. Okay. Then I will show you the actual thing. And if you think you're learning something from this video, please do like and subscribe to my channel. And if you're complete beginner, I have beginner friendly tutorial videos. Okay, you can watch that. Like if you're not understanding click, fill, and what is import statements and all. So it's clicking on add to cart button. Okay. Okay, so now I'll enter the same value. Test user 1 2 3 4 5 6. Click on continue. Why it's happening to me? I don't know. Continue. Okay. So now this is important. So here what we need to do, we need to inspect this element here. Okay. So inspect this price or rate elements and remove this dollar here. Okay. So let us inspect this. Okay. So here we have class inventory item price. Okay. So let us take this. Okay. So in our example, we have added all the products to the cart, so it will be 6. Okay, so here for this example, I've added only 2. I'll keep this in some variable. Okay, const, I will say price elements. Price elements is equal to await page dot locator. This is the locator, and I want to get the text of all the prices. So dot all text contents. Dot all text contents. Okay, so I'll use console statement, console.log, and let us print this. Okay, price elements, and I'll remove this wait statement here, and I'll execute. Go ahead, adding all the products to the cart. Okay, so now we got the prices. Okay, so this is price elements. Okay, so as you can see, this price element is an array. Okay, so it contains all the prices. Okay, so now what I want to do, I want to go through this each prices and remove this dollar symbol, and also this is string, and I want to convert this string into number. Okay, so to do that I will use map. Okay, so map is used to go through each prices, and I'll take each price and I'll remove dollar symbol. Okay, okay, let us do that, it's very important. Okay, so I'll create some variable called const numeric prices. That's it, prices, numeric. I will say numeric prices is equal to, numeric prices is equal to this price elements, because this is what is having all the prices. So price elements dot map, this is very important, dot map, and I will take price. This is just a variable, kind of variable. Okay, so first time I will take first price, I'll remove dollar symbol, then I'll convert it into number. Okay, then so since it is a map, it is like a for loop. Okay, so it will iterate each elements. First time this 29.99, then 9.99. Okay, so price, this is the syntax. Okay, so is equal to greater than symbol, then I will convert this into number, or before that I will use replace method. Okay, so replace price dot replace, price dot replace. What I want to replace, I want to replace this dollar there with empty string. Okay, so I want to replace dollar with empty string, and I want to convert this whole thing into number. Okay, so we'll put another bracket here. Okay, okay, so now let us print this once. Console.log numeric prices. It will give us array removing dollar and convert it into numbers. Okay, so now, so after this we need to add all the prices. Okay, for that we will use reduce method. Oh, my internet is slow. I'll execute once again. Okay. Okay, so now we can see that. So it removed this dollar symbol and also, okay, I'll scroll up a little. And also it removed this single quote. So now it is number. Okay, so it is not string, it is number. So now we can add these numbers. Okay. Okay, so for that, as I said, I will use reduce method. Okay. Okay, so I'll create a variable const. I will call it total. Total is equal to this numeric prices because I want to add these values. So this numeric prices dot reduce. Okay, so reduce method is used to add the values. Okay, so and it takes two variables, sum comma val. Sum, hey, price dot reduce. I'll put 0 first here, comma value. Okay, so I'll remove this. Okay, I'll just close this bracket here and let's see what is that error. Sum plus val, comma 0. Great, one more bracket. This is small letter sum. I'll explain what is this. Okay, so now it is fine. Two brackets open, so okay, this is fine. Okay, so okay, I will explain once again. Syntax error, what I'm missing here. Okay, nothing. Okay, it is fine. Okay, so I was missing the syntax. I will explain once again. Okay, so dot reduce method, it used to add all the prices. Okay, so it takes two variables, sum and value. Okay, so sum is always 0. For the first time it will be 0 and value is this value. Okay, so 0 plus this value and it will go to this total prices, and the value again, the sum value will be 29 plus 9.99, then again the 29.99, then it will add this value. Okay, so that is how this method works. Okay. Okay, so let us print this. Console.log total. So here the first time some value will be 0. So we need to add 0 plus the value. Okay. Okay. So the total is, we got the total. Okay. So now what we need to do, we need to compare this total with this item total. Okay. So let us inspect this. Summary subtotal label. Const display total text is equal to await page dot locator. This is the locator dot, this is the locator dot text content, dot text content. Okay, so here I want to remove the dollar. Okay, so same as earlier we did. So I'll create another variable, const display total is equal to, I want to convert this into number, so I'll put number, then display total text dot replace, dot replace. So what I want to replace, as you know, I want to replace dollar with empty string, double single quote. Okay, so let us display this uh, total display, console.log display total. Okay, okay, so now let us execute this and we'll use validation using expect condition. So it will be expect calculated total price to be equal to display total. Okay, it did not return anything. Let us print this display text and we will see. Okay, console.log display total text. So the tutorials point example, I will show it in the next video. Okay, so I can make video only for 30 minutes. So I'll try to cover this. Oh, internet is slow. Come on. Okay, so item total. So display total is this one. So here instead of just replacing dollar, I want to replace this entire thing. Okay, I'll copy here. Okay, so now I'm replacing this entire thing with empty string. So now the value will be 129.94. Okay, so now we will do assertion. So expect what I'm expecting. I'm expecting this total. Okay, this total to be displayed total to be displayed total. Okay, okay, so now let us execute this. And if you think you're learning something from this video, please do like and subscribe to my channel. So in this video, we have not only learned how to replace, how to use reduce method, and how to use map. Okay. Okay, so here we got the total 129.94. So this is the total item. So both are matching. Okay. Okay, test is passed. So I'll show you the tutorials point video in the next video. Okay, thank you so much for watching.